Hello, everybody. I decided to change up the scenery a bit and get outside. I feel the warm sun on my back, which is amazing. But today I wanted to share with everybody a little bit about the weather. It's kind of one of those funny topics that we say when we're just in passing, just to kind of fill time with somebody that you randomly run into if you don't know what to say. But how I want to relate today about the weather is last night it rained pretty heavily, and it was really cloudy, and it wasn't the greatest weather. And I relate that to the breakdown of the fight that my husband and I had. Now, why is this relevant and why is this important? Because in a way, that dark cloud, that rain signified this sort of kerfuffle that we were having. And it was around money, which I know is a very, very hot topic for couples and partnerships. And one of my mistakes that I am reflecting upon that I didn't do in that situation was pay attention to the body language of my husband. He was saying certain words, and I was encouraged to continue talking and bring up all sorts of ideas and solutions. And quite frankly, we really concluded that he was just in a, let's just call it a cloudy space. He was not interested in engaging in the actual solutions of the topic of money. And yet I sort of continued to talk more and bring up more ideas and things like that. And so my fault was that I was not paying attention to his body language and paying attention to what his real desire was at that moment, which was to not engage, but just to, vent and debrief and just have more of some good quality time. Then I woke up this morning and the sun was shining beautifully. The wind was ocean breeze. I could see the blue water. And it was such a metaphor for how after the storm, everything brightened. And so what happened is upon him and I collaborating this morning, we realized that it was very important that we both be in a good positive space, headspace, to be able to talk about solutions for financial growth and those hot topics of money and our entrepreneurial ideas and all. And we can't do that when our heads are cloudy or when the weather is bad. So I want to bridge this topic to the idea of sales. Oftentimes with sales, we have this tendency to sort of like berate right through and have our agenda and be like, I got to get this client, I got to sell this product, I got to get attendance to my classes. But we forget to notice. We forget to look at our environment. We forget to notice body language, the way that somebody is speaking, the way that somebody isn't speaking, their clarity of their eyes, what their energy level is, the time of day that we're talking to them, even thinking through what might they be actually going through right now. Are they preoccupied about preparing for their trip, or do they have family in town, or is it a holiday coming up? So it's very important as an entrepreneur, as somebody that you might be self-promoting, getting the word out there about your product or your service, to be noticing all of these little tiny details, tiny cues as a salesperson to notice, is this the right time? Because at the end of the day, as we all have heard, everything is about timing. It's about the mood converging together with the right opportunity and that moment to present something. And like I've said in other of my videos, selling is just about sharing. Well, how can we share an idea? How can we share a solution if the receiving party is just not there? Their head's cloudy. They're just not ready. So this has just been a really great teaching moment, and I love being able to verbalize it. because I realized that, I pride myself on, yes, I'm so tuned in, and I'm so perceptive to people's ways of being and what they need. And yet, in the midst of the intimate relationship of having my husband there, I didn't pick up on these cues because I was so focused on, communicating and telling him, no, I think it can be this way, and this can be our solution, and around this topic of money. And it was so teaching to me that this is what I need to do differently in order to be able to have a better result. And so lo and behold, it's a beautiful sunny day out here. The sky is ever so clear. Hey, Raquel. Hello. And it's important, whether you are an entrepreneur and you're thinking about, promoting yourself, whether you're trying to sell something, or whether you're just in a relationship, even with your children or with your partner, and you're realizing, God, I'm not getting through to my audience. It's really stepping back and thinking, do I need to be the one to be more perceptive and notice what is going on and what the environment is and what the weather is? So hopefully you guys get some little inspiration, some ideas. Raquel, before I sign off here, if there's anything you want to throw out here, questions at all, or share any experiences, I'm always excited to hear from everybody. But again, big teaching moment for me to pay attention, and lo and behold, my husband and I are always stronger, surprisingly, after the big storm, and we've come out with more solutions, more action plans now, on having a meeting for his business next week so that he can start growing it, and just a full understanding of what each other needs to support, so that we can be the most creative partnership there is. So anyway, have a really wonderful day, everybody. And, keep in mind, pay attention to all of these little nuances when you're talking to a prospective client or person that might buy from you, because you might be able to notice more than you realize. So, all right, have a really great day, everybody. Bye.